welcome to peak week number 2. I last peak week emphasized a lot of my training, so I figured I would emphasize a little bit more of like everything else that goes into peak week other than the training aspect. You guys know I love training, but my training essentially for this peak week is going to be the exact same. It's not going to change, so I really don't want to put together vlog footage of me doing the exact same thing for you guys. So today is final leg day, which I'm going to be going to doing that at Katie's. But it's also a strategic refeed day for the purpose of training my legs for the last time. I figured I would do a full day of eating vlog for you guys. Figured you guys might like that. It is a Friday show in Nationals rather than a Saturday show, so everything's going to be a little bit different because it's not falling on the Saturday and it's a 2-day show, so I have to peak twice essentially. Welcome to this vlog, and I'm going to enjoy some coffee. We have the egg whites mixed with the simply potatoes and some mushrooms. Got some blueberries to get some fructose in my system. Sorry, it's so hot. And then I have kimchi for some digestive health on my high carb days. Time to get these nails done. I've worked for a little bit. I ate my meal number 1, and now I'm trying to get an ombre done because I really didn't like these for my first show. This was kind of cute, doing a little sparkle, but this is like a pink. You can't see, but it's more pink than I would like. And so I want a more of an ombre fit. So I'm gonna go get my nails done and then head home for meal number 2. Back from getting my nails done, and I decided to go with the white ombre and then a gold, if you can see it, gold ring finger. My suit is definitely not gold, but I just wanted something different. I didn't really like what I had before, you guys, so I just went with what, and plus, like, I'm only gonna have these I'm only gonna be competing for 2 days. I'm gonna have these nails for like 3 freaking weeks, so I'm gonna get whatever the frick I want to. I went with the matte on the gold so it wouldn't be so shiny. It's been a week, y'all. I'll give you guys a little bit of an insight into my situation that's been going on. I've kind of alluded to having a really hard time this past week on my Instagram. Saturday and Sunday I had the seminar with Alan Kress, which was awesome, and I came home Saturday and my garage door was like, yeah. I don't know what happened. We have still no idea like how it broke, why it broke, but it broke, and my husband couldn't really fix it, and so I had to deal with the repair of that this week, and we had 2 estimates on that, but it is fixed. Then Monday night, I got in a car accident. I was rear-ended from behind on a really terrible, terrible, terrible rainy night. I had to leave my car on the side of the road. I'm in a rental right now. And the odd thing is if you guys have been here since 2016, you remember me competing, and you remember the day before I competed, I got sideswiped. So maybe this is a good sign, I don't know. But I'm dealing with it nonetheless, and I've had 2 rental cars now. The first one I couldn't drive. It was too small. It was making me feel really uncomfortable driving. I'm still kind of having a hard time with like thinking about people behind me while I'm driving. And I'm in a better car now that I feel safer in. All the insurance logistics is seemingly working out, thank goodness. I believe my car is going to get repaired. It's not going to be totaled out, which is great. So I'm going to have my car back. I'm about to have my pre-workout carb meal because today is the refeed day that I'm sharing with you guys. It's my last leg training day, which you guys know. Y'all saw my leg training, so y'all know what I'm going to be doing. If you haven't watched my previous peak week series, please go watch that if you're looking for more information on training, because I won't be showcasing any of my training in this. So let's go ahead and eat because your girl is hungry. First thing, my Legion monthly care package has arrived. So I'm going to open this up and see what's inside. First off, y'all, I'm so thankful that I've been able to use all of my Legion products all throughout prep. I think it's not until like Sunday or Monday that I'm going to cut out my whey protein and just go with animal protein sources, or fish. But I've been using the pre-workout, the creatine. I get to cut out creatine today, so I get to use creatine today. But I've been using everything throughout my entire prep. The Recharge, which is the creatine product, is a recovery. I use it intra-workout. And Pulse, I got the green apple. I'm a huge green apple fan. I like all apple things anyway. And then I got 2 whey tubs. I got cookies and cream. This is an OG favorite if you've been following along for a while. My new favorite, mocha cappuccino. Y'all, this is so good. It is my favorite now. Cookies and cream is second though. As always, if you would like to purchase any Legion products, you can use code Chanel10 and save some money on that. So these two are the peanut butter and jelly combination, and the peanut butter jelly is this peanut butter powder mixed with this whey and a little bit of water, and then I use the polymer jelly. So these are the peanut butter jelly combination, which I mix the whey isolate with the peanut butter powder, and then these are a little bit of the whey and peanut butter mixture on top of rice cake with some turkey tenderloin and some cinnamon and sea salt to top everything off. Also, if these are weird, these are these blue light blocking glasses from Diff. That's why they're weird in the camera. But this is actually so savory and sweet and good, and it's perfect. So my pre-workout's gonna be the Pulse Cherry Limeade today. Then my intra-workout's going to be the Essential Aminos by New Ethics, which is designed by Jason Theobald, which is his company, my coach, and the Recharge Cherry Limeade because I still had some extra. And this is gonna be the struggle of a full day of eating now that the sun is down, because I'm post-workout and it is completely dark in my house. Also, these are my new Warby Parker at-home try-on to see if I'm gonna be keeping these. These are gonna be potentially what I change for my eye prescription, because I do wear actual corrective eyewear. Meal, post-workout, going down. So I just have some coconut oil mixed with some sweet potatoes and some smoked chicken. Guys, I flubbed. I didn't film my second meal. I've been editing all the footage from my seminar with Alan Kress, so obviously by the time you see this video, this will have been up. But when I've been editing, I just like get in the zone and I was like, oh, it's time to eat. And I totally forgot that I was like filming a full day of eating today. So I'm sorry. So I did not get a video of my meal after my post-workout, which was just jasmine rice, orange roughy, and asparagus. Not too exciting. It's super easy. It's something I already had prepared, so that's what I ate. I have one more meal left, and that will probably conclude this vlog of my refeed day. And the reason why we're doing this refeed, I'll go ahead and answer that question because I know a lot of people have asked a lot about my food and manipulations. And the refeed essentially was because I trained legs today, which is my most energy expansive day in terms of training. So we wanted to really fuel me for that. Plus, it's going to help like speed up your metabolism. Essentially, when you have a refeed, that's the purpose. Like, I'm gonna be very hungry tomorrow because my body is accustomed to having the food that I had today. So it's gonna kind of ramp up my metabolism a little bit, which is kind of hard to do in a strong dieting phase, but refeed days are there to help with that. They're there to perpetuate the diet, essentially. And I just have to be aware that I'm going to be more hungry tomorrow because I'm post-refeed. And then we're gonna go into my trace carb days, which I do have a full day of eating of trace carbs, so you guys can see what I'm going to be eating. It's very similar. I'm not really changing anything other than the fact that I won't be going to Whole Foods because I am in peak week. So I make all my foods during peak week. I don't risk any sort of cooking additives or anything like that. Starting tomorrow is going to be trace carbs. So I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Potentially Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be my loading days. It just depends on my look. Once my coach feels that we have essentially like tightened me up and lost enough in the next couple of days. Last peak week, I lost 3 pounds in 3 days. And that's it's not to say that peak week is a miracle. Essentially, food volume is lower, a lot lower. So that's gonna you're gonna lose a little bit of water because carbohydrates cause you to retain water. You draw in water with your carbs. So if you're depleting your carbs, you're also going to deplete some water. We're doing a little bit of water manipulation, water loading during my deficit days as well. So I'm going up to 2 gallons a day. The loading process is really just dependent per person, and as well as the deplete. Some individuals may not need a deplete. I am an individual based on my body and based on how I carry things. I do need a deplete phase. Like most every time I've stepped on stage, I deplete for anywhere from 3 to 4 days before I load and increase muscle glycogen and intramuscular triglycerides, which is fats. That is the whole spiel on my refeed / deplete peak week foods, and essentially all my foods are going to stay the same all week. I'm not changing a single food source. I'm going to be as consistent as possible. You'll notice that today there wasn't a whole lot of greens other than my asparagus, and that is just because it helps with digestion for me. I am very sensitive to a bunch of different vegetables, so on my loading days, just to allow the assimilation of all my carbohydrates the best way possible, I decrease my vegetables. Now, knowing that, I'm going to go into deplete days with nothing but vegetables for my carb sources. Digestion does get a little skewy sometimes. Last peak week, it didn't at all. I stuck to asparagus, some butternut squash, and zucchini, and I was perfectly fine. So that'll probably be my go-tos tomorrow as well. Creatine, this was my last day on the creatine. I will decrease the creatine starting tomorrow. And I think that covers everything. Like, I minimize my artificial sweeteners, I minimize my gum chewing, and I also minimize any sort of water additives that I do. The Crystal Light made with stevia I do, and I use the stevia liquid in my coffee. I use that up until it's never really given me any problems. And like I said, it's one of those things where if it gives you a problem or if you think it may, take it out. Like, just take it out. You only have a couple days to stage and you want to look your best. These are so funny. I didn't realize that they were gonna like put off like a blue reflection. But anywho, so yeah, so it's not a miracle situation, but it's one of those things where if like me not chewing gum helps me digest my food better, and it stops interference with anything like that. Like, I'm gonna skip on chewing gum. If taking out my water, like the Crystal Light made with stevia, that's not a liquid form of stevia, so it has been like chemically created essentially. And so I just wanna kind of limit all of that just so everything is kind of free in my system. And again, this is all in terms of digestion. As an athlete, your body is very tight as is, and so any sort of abdominal like discomforts that you have are very noticeable on stage, and any sort of like extension that you have in your abdomen area is going to be very noticeable. So these things and these manipulations that we do, they're not because it's not because I wouldn't do them on a regular basis, or if I was in a regular fat loss phase and I wasn't stepping on stage. These are only methods and stipulations I place on myself during a peak week. They just help me appear better on stage, because again, any sort of digestive interferences is going to be noticeable on stage when you're as lean and as tight as our bodies are once we do step on that stage. See you guys for the last meal. Let's wrap up this full day of refeeding with my last meal, which is my smoothie bowl. I have it every single night, and I won't be having it after, I think Sunday is when I go to all animal sources of protein, other than fish as well, but essentially we're cutting out all protein powders. As of Sunday, it's gonna be tough, but I can do it. So I only have 2 more nights with my smoothie bowl. So I'll show you guys the contents of said smoothie bowl. In my last vlog, y'all asked what blender I use. It is the Ninja Auto IQ. Don't know the number or model number, but I got it on Amazon. Cashew milk, unsweetened. This mocha cappuccino. The Anabolic Designs Grazed Aminos Greens formula in chocolate supreme flavor, topped with almond butter. And then these ingredients go inside. So I put sea salt inside it because I feel like when you make homemade ice cream, you need salt. So I put salt in it. And bourbon vanilla extract and cinnamon. Before I blend this, I'm going to do my outro because I don't want it to melt while I do my outro, and sometimes my outro takes a while. It takes a couple cuts, not gonna lie. If you guys enjoyed this full day of eating, sorry for not giving you guys one of the meals in actual plated fashion, but it definitely went down, I promise. But if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys enjoy these Peak Week series, if you have any other questions regarding anything that I have mentioned, please comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Please subscribe to my channel so you never miss a Peak Week video from me or any other video for that matter. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. If you guys were questioning the consistency, that is it. And yes, it is green. Okay, bye.